Okay, we have the turn 2 brought back. Maybe a little slow to draw, admittedly. Let's see what we're up against. We can potentially go turn 1 Indatha Triome, turn 2 Jeskai Triome, and then just binding on turn 2 and save the brought back for the Avalanche Riders. Well, okay, it is true whenever you play a fun deck, you just lose the die roll against a Ragavan. Okay, never mind. Ancestral Vision. Okay, against this turn 1 Suspended Vision, we'll go for the double brought back. It's a deck, period. You need Supreme Verdict. Oh, yes, any deck. It is a deck. Needs Supreme Verdict. I forgot. Good to see Evan. So, I mean, we may get our lands balanced, I guess. That would be pretty bad. We also might just go turn 5 Avalanche Riders Ephemerate. Would I play Lotus Field with brought back? I've done it in the past. The thing is, this is a lesson I've learned, is that, in my opinion, for you to want to play brought back, you should be playing fetch lands, because this is the most powerful thing to do with brought back, is just turn 2 double ramp. This is the most powerful thing, and then next turn we can go Prairie Stream, Steam Vents, Plains, I guess, and then we have a Indatha Triome to give us domain for next turn. Can you not do both? No, because in order to play... So I guess you could do both. You could play Lotus Field in a deck like this. It would obviously be really bad with Emeria, but it would be a different build, right? In order to do that, you would have to not play Blood Sun, and Blood Sun, I think, is the best enabler for Lotus Field, but you could. You could. Not Riders Ephemerate. This is Riders Ephemerate. Sorry, I don't know what I said to make it look like this wasn't going to be the line, or Riders Ephemerate wasn't going to be the line. I'm just talking about the lands we're fetching to make this happen. Okay, I think there's a decent chance my opponent... So they don't have a 2-mana counterspell, so I don't need to worry about Ephemerate now. There's a decent chance they fetch end of turn also, and I can just Ephemerate in response. I think I'm just getting basic planes again. I guess, actually, Sacred Foundry so I can hardcast Fury is maybe more relevant. Glad we added these riders, huh? Turn 3 double Stone Rain. Unexistent, 21 months. Appreciate you. Welcome back. Okay, maybe double Stone Rain again if they don't have a removal spell. Okay, so here we stack the triggers where the Ephemerate triggers before the rebound, so we don't have to pay. Oh, baby. And then we get to go Felidar Guardian, Flicker the Riders. Put a +1 counter on the Avalanche Riders with our Idyllic Grange. Although, hold on. Oh yeah, I'm actually gonna not... I'm gonna sack this so I can get Emeria plus Rangers going. But I guess to draw 3 cards. I can also draw Brought Back for next turn. What's the synergy like? I mean, you're just a deck that's playing nothing but planes. Your mana base is all planes and 10 fetch lands, so being able to put a +1 counter on a creature is pretty relevant, or relevant enough to play, maybe I should say. Okay, I think I'm going to cycle my... This needs 7 more planes, so I'm going to cycle this Triome. Just play a planes. And I don't think I'm casting this Guardian. I'll just hold up the Leyline Binding. If my opponent goes Electro Dominance, Restore Balance, it's kind of bad, but I guess I could go Guardian, target the land. Yeah. You think Jumbo Bomber deck is good right now? I've been preferring the Rakdos version with Grief and Fury more than the Jund version for a long time now. How do we get to the board state? We went turn 2 brought back 2 fetch lands, turn 3 Avalanche Riders Ephemerate, then flickered the Riders. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to have Emeria the Sky Ruin online with Avalanche Riders to blow up a land every single turn. Can also just draw Saheeli. No such luck. Maybe I was supposed to put a counter. I think I'm still holding. Can such a deck as a Felidar, Saheeli, and Saga alter the birds? So yeah, someone submitted a deck list that had alter and like Felidar Guardian plus Glasspool Mimic, so you can go just alter and play, then Mimic, target the Guardian, target the Mimic, infinite flickers, infinite mill. It's like kind of interesting. What's this deck? A brand new brew. Brand new brew. Trying to use Brought Back to power out Emeria the Sky Ruin, and Brought Back also has a lot of synergies with the Brought Back has a lot of synergies with the cards with the cards you want to play with Emeria anyways. Can't get them off double red. Okay. I guess we're at this point supposed to present lethal. Get that sweet, sweet Idyllic Grange synergy. We're up against like Temur Electro Dominance, I think. Although I just don't know what they have. They just haven't done anything really besides suspend divisions, cast some Serum Visions. Beseiju, Binding. All right, I may be the first modern player to brought back a Leyline's Binding. Achievement unlocked. Definitely a matchup for Flusterstorm, Dovin's Veto. Definitely a matchup for Solitude and Fury. We want to cut most of these, maybe all of these, and just play like 4 Avalanche Riders, like 1 Leyline Binding, like 2 Solitudes, maybe just like 2 Solitudes because they're playing Jace. Maybe 3 for Rhinos. Yeah, maybe I'll the draw. I want the Solitude, just not lose to Jace and be able to beat Rhinos. Just play 1 Mulldrifter. Yeah, it gets Gargadon too. Yeah, tapped Leyline Binding. Yeah, always sweet to have like a cool match round 1 game 1 with the deck. No blue mana. I might keep if we had a blue source. The fact that this like doesn't have any play before turn 3 and only if it draws a blue source, I think it's kind of an easy mulligan. Okay, we'll keep this one. I think we'll be putting back the Guardian. If I draw a fetch land, I'll be going for the turn 2 brought back again. If not, we may just settle for rampant growth. Suspends another vision. Hopefully the Teferi just gets to stop that. One of Ghost Quarter. You're in a Emeria deck. Like, people always love to play. So, Emeria the Sky Ruin is a deck that pops up every once in a while. And there's so many things about the construction of these decks that frustrates me so much. One of those things is like the prevalence of these decks to play cards like Ghost Quarter in a deck that like needs you to have a land and 7 other planes in play. Like you know what I mean? It's just like I think you just need all planes. Ghost Quarter is like not that good anyways. And like so that's one thing that always bothers me about Emeria decks is like the tendency to play non-planes utility lands. And another thing that bothers me about Emeria decks is the tendency to play Supreme Verdict in these decks that are playing tons of creatures, although I'm playing less creatures than maybe most Emeria decks have. Alright, this is maybe they'll just Tormod script this, but I think we still cast it. Yeah, Field of Ruin would be a better suggestion, but it's also like tough on the mana. Like this version at least is trying to play a white spell on turn 2. You're playing Leyline Binding. I think your mana's just just better without it. Yeah, Field of Ruin is definitely better though. Wow, they forced that instead of cracking the crypt, so I can just draw land into Teferi? Damn it. Yeah, land Teferi probably wins here. Zurin Orb. So we might be getting Restore Balanced here. If they do Restore Balance, brought back is pretty good, I guess. But a 24 land deck on the draw. Miss a land on the first 4 draws is what it is. How'd the beta draft go? I was on the plane while the beta draft was happening. I know that I saw the Nikachu's deck. It was so cool that Nikachu got to do the beta draft. It's unreal. But Maul of the Skyclaves of Mono White. You could play it. I think you don't want it, but you could play it. I guess they have the Crypt if I do have brought back though. Nikachu got a plateau. I didn't see that there was a plateau. That's exciting. Very happy for him. I was almost in the top 8. Which is not, the same as like finishing Sunday. Yeah, does anybody know if there was like any power opened or anything like more exciting than a plateau, or was plateau the pinnacle? Other Merfolk player got an Underground Sea, beta Underground Sea. Alright, let's go to game 3. Time Walk? That's so exciting. That's so exciting. I wish there was coverage of it. Wish there was freaking coverage. Beta bolts. Beta bolts are beautiful. Okay, we have the combo. I'm gonna keep this. Hopefully draw another fetch land. Honorog stream the draft fortune. Oh, okay. I thought that from afar. Oh, he wasn't able to get like real coverage of it. I guess I missed communication. Let's see when I'm getting too close. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. Honorog's like such a pro too. Because I was talking to Honorog on Saturday night, and he said that Wizards said that they were going to do coverage of the event. He said that they were going to do coverage, but then he said that like he didn't know who was in charge of coverage, and it's kind of seemed like Wizards didn't know either. They didn't stream in case they opened ban art cards. Yeah, that's so dumb. I don't know what to say. If that is the real reason, and not just someone trying to be edgy in chat. Okay, totally fine getting this spell pierced out my Saheeli. And against this deck specifically, Teferi turning off Electro Dominance seems like the play. Are you really steaming mad today because I didn't stream the beta draft? I'm honestly upset about it. Like it feels like a big piece of Magic history, and it wouldn't even cost them anything to have Honorog, who is such a freaking pro, very professional, very very competent, very experienced, just to let him stream it. And it's like even dumb that they didn't want to capture the history, What about Fire Ice and Blue White? I think it's like kind of mediocre. It's a card you can play if you want to, but not one I really care that much about, really. Yeah, they have Worlds coverage there. Like just have it like right after Worlds. I don't know. It is what it is. Nothing you can do about it. Use new Teferi. Oh, sorry. For whatever reason, yeah, sorry. Should have plus the new Teferi. That being said, I think we're just gonna win. Is that the big a deal? I mean, I don't know. It's also like this is always happens on Twitch, right? Like, I'll talk about something, chat will expect their feelings, but like, just complaining about something doesn't mean that it's a big deal, right? Like, I think people have this attitude that if you're complaining about something on stream, if you're voicing grievances, that it's a big deal. But it is capable to criticize something and say that something sucks and have it not be that big a deal, which it isn't at the end of the day. But something can be lame and something can suck, and it's also like, worth talking about, but it's not anything more than that, right? Am I going to pay Twitter to stay verified? I'm not currently verified. I think I'm unlikely to pay $20 a month for a check mark, but oh no! Why why do we have to play against Burn, huh? Seems like a pretty bad matchup. What makes Splinter Twin bannable while Guardian Saheeli is fine? Twin is a lot better than Guardian Saheeli. Like, the combo plays like at instant speed mostly, and is like somewhat difficult to play around, which is the opposite of Saheeli, which is very easy to play around because it's so much more telegraphed, and you have to commit more for it because you have to play it on your turn instead of like realizing your opponent's holding up mana. So like sometimes you can just choose to do something else at instant speed. He goes second Eidolon. Okay. Yeah, we can cast Fury on turn 3. It's just going to cost us like 1 billion life. If we were on the play also, like, being on the draw against Burn is so bad, but if we're on the play, like, we're not, you know, things are a lot better. So I started off 6-0 in Vegas, lost a really interesting match to I don't know how to pronounce the player's name. Sorry, Sam. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hardcast this Fury and likely just die, but Spellskite 23 months. Phil Helmuth is on MTGO is his username. And or maybe I was supposed to go Evoke. Oh, I was supposed to Evoke Fury and Ephemerate. Sorry, I was playing Blue-White Control. I lost a really interesting match, and then my last round I play against Burn, and I feel like if I won the die roll, I win game 1, and I got Boros Charm at 4 life game 2, which is kind of tough. I may have been able to beat a regular Burn spell. Yeah, Sam Rolfe. Yeah, I wasn't sure exactly if it was Rolfe or exactly how to say his last name. He was very nice. It was very cool to meet him, and he's a Pro Tour champ. I'm like 99% sure too. Very cool to meet him. We had a good match. We had a really weird judge call. Where we're both like dead tired. It's like after 10 p.m. We've been awake all day flying in, right? He's like super jet lagged because he's from Europe, and then the board state is really weird where he had stolen a Teferi hero from me with a Dathi Voidwalker. I think I'm just gonna sideboard like this. He had stolen a Teferi hero of Dominaria from me with a Dathi Voidwalker. I had stolen a Ragavan from him with an Archmage's Charm, and then cast a Turok from the Ragavan. So I had Turok in play. He has Dathi and he has another Voidwalker in play, and it's a Fairy Hero stolen. So I go into turn on my turn, cast Dress Down to prevent him from using Dathi Voidwalker again. But then and the Teferi also has 3 loyalty, and then Sam goes, okay, I'm going to -3 on the Turok. And I'm like, oh wait, you can't do that because it's pro white. It goes to the Dress Down. I'm like, oh yeah, of course, the Dress Down. And then that happens, but then he uses the Voidwalker that's in play to cast the Teferi, and I was tired and I was stumbling because of the whole like Turok situation, so I forgot that was the whole reason I cast the Dress Down in the first place. And but thankfully a spectator saw what happened. It was like, hey, you shouldn't have been able to cast the Teferi there. We had to rewind, and the judge call took like 20 minutes. Surprised you were playing Teferi 1. That card is really good, I think. I know there's been some hate for it lately. I like the card still. How relevant is to get this up to 5 toughness? Not really. That being said, is this you force you may? Target creature you control. Okay, so I'm going to get the Grange. Then I'm going to go Guardian on... I flicker the Grange, put a counter on the Guardian, hold up Ephemerate, and then play the Raugrin Triome tab, so I have the ability to go for Saheeli next turn with Ephemerate up. I am going to Atlanta. I'm not qualified for the tournament, but I am going to play the last chance qualifiers. Oh yeah, this means if they attack, they lose the Eidolon also. If they're going to burn it. Yeah, the mental fatigue was like such a real thing. Oh, I can go to Teferi first next turn. Awesome. Yeah, the mental fatigue, it was brutal at the just like flying in the night before, getting in at 1 a.m. and then playing till 10 p.m. blue-white control all day. It was tough. Oh no, I don't have the right colors, so I need to draw a red or blue source. So maybe I wasn't supposed to go for the Grange, although it did force my opponent to... It forced my opponent to cast the Searing Blaze when they did, which was pretty nice. That's my blue-white list. It's very similar to what's in the Stream Decker, but it's nothing too crazy. It's like relatively stock. Okay, won a game against Burn. It's an achievement. Well, I'll show you guys what I played. It was very close to this, but I was playing, instead of the bindings, I was playing 2 chalices, 1 dress down main. Oh, I was also playing 25 lands and 4 Jace's main. So I was down. This was another Teferi, and then I had 1 Windswept Heath, I think. No, sorry, the mana is also different. So I was playing 10 fetches, 9 blue ones, and then 1 Windswept Heath, which finds your breeding pool, finds all your lands. It's just like another way to get planes to play around Blood Moon. Then I was playing 1 Hall. I really like 10 fetch lands. I think that's the main thing I'm doing differently, is like most blue-white lists are just playing 8. I really think you just want to play 10 for binding to be more consistent. But I am playing now a Hall and an Odawara. And so this was my main deck. And then I think in the side, I wasn't playing the Emrakul. I was playing the Moonlight. I had another... I was playing 1 dress down main, 2 in the side, 2 chalice main, 2 in the side. I think I was playing... I was actually playing an extra Force of Negation in the sideboard because I couldn't find the 3rd Dovin's Veto, but I would do this. Really liking the first Force, somewhere in the 75. You could play 2 also. 2 wasn't too bad. I like Needle for all the Ren and 6 decks. I really feel like blue-white should be playing a Needle in the sideboard for all the Ren and 6 matchups, and obviously comes in against like Moth and Hammer and stuff too. You have 2 Odawara main. Oh, sorry. So... Oh, I was also only playing 4 islands, I think. Oh, I'm missing a blue fetch. Maybe I was playing 5 islands. Three big Teferi. Oh no, sorry, I wasn't playing 3 big Teferi. I was playing 2 big Teferi, 2 Memory Deluge. I guess it was actually pretty different from the Stream Decker, huh? I like the list. I liked it. It's fine. It's blue-white control. Start off 6-0. Had some bad beats, but... That's 11 fetches. Okay, yeah, something's wrong. Because I'm pretty sure I was just playing 10. 2 Chalice Main. Yeah, Chalice is just like so easy to play in the deck that I like playing Chalice Main. Okay, hard to mulligan Solitude Ephemerate, so that's not. You can right-click the Legion, do add 1. You can only do that if you have the card in your collection. Like this is not in my collection right now, so I can't add 1. Blue Control's the easiest deck to play in Modern. It like is, but it's not the easiest deck to play for 8 rounds, which is something I guess I misevaluated in my scathing hot take review. Is that it just like you just have no downtime is the problem. Like I don't think the gameplay is that complicated, to be honest. I know this is still like hot take central over here or whatever, but I think the gameplay is like, you know, somewhat easy, but it's the mental fatigue of just having to play nonstop is really what's so difficult in my mind. That was bait. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Again, it's honestly like, when I say blue-white control is the easiest deck of all time, I don't actually mean that literally. I just feel like I'm just like quietly poking fun at the blue-white players who constantly applaud themselves for their genius play and deck building and how difficult their deck is. You know, maybe I should pitch the Sun Titan. Yes, our deck is so difficult, but if we just play it perfectly, we will win every game. Yeah, just me poking fun at the blue-white players who love to self-congratulate. Okay, so spins Rift Bolts. Okay, Lava Spikes me. That Rift Bolt is probably gonna have to come at the Solitude, so. But I've honestly like never been more mentally fatigued at a tournament than I was like after like round 6. I got there. I got in the hotel at like 1:30, 1 p.m. because my flight got delayed, or 1 a.m. Because my flight got delayed, and it was just. and then I got there at like 1 o'clock, and the tournament didn't start till 3 o'clock, and it was just very, very mentally fatiguing. The tournament went till midnight. Even I was supposed to hold up Flusterstorm because they probably have like Boros Charm or something here. Yeah. I don't know, it still seems fine to use my mana more efficiently. I could minus try to find a land, but this is a lot better against like an Eidolon. It doesn't really get punished by much. That is like an Eidolon. I think I have to play this. Big Magic tournament starting either afternoon. Yeah, I don't like them starting any later than noon, but I think noon is fine. Yeah, blue-white is definitely, definitely a somewhat hard deck to play. But my point is mainly every deck is hard to play, and blue-white players love to congratulate themselves. 2 cards in hand, probably playing the Vortex again. Gonna be a tough card to beat. Hopefully I can Sun Titan next turn, I guess. Burn is hard to play. Question mark, question mark. Yeah, people, this is like the main thing too, is like people always talk and laugh. Aha, Burn is so easy to play. Burn is mindless goblin deck, but I say this all the time. Burn is very simple, very easy to play proficiently. Is almost impossible to play perfectly. Where Burn is a deck that like you have it specifically pivoting from offense to defense in Burn. Again, creature matchups, Hammer Time, the Bird Mirror is incredibly complicated. It's incredibly complicated and can be very, very difficult to understand if you're making the right decisions. And so when we're talking about playing a deck perfectly, I think Burn becomes a more complicated issue. Okay, I think I just have to be comfortable going down to 8. If they replay the Vortex, I can kill them with. If they replay Vortex, I get to kill them with the Vortex trigger, and by getting an Idyllic Grange next turn, putting counter on the Sun Titan. Skullcrack me down to 5. Their hand is rolling Vortex mystery cards, so they have to have a burn spell in their hand that they haven't played yet, and they have to draw 1 next turn, and they can't be 2 mana burn spells, and it can't be Rift Bolt, it can't be just exactly Rift Bolt. Them second the Canyon, I think just means we win. Also, they're at 7 now, so they're dead next turn. Control has more decisions, each one less impact, but Red Deck Wins has less distractions. Yeah. I think Red Deck Wins specifically has more decisions where it's just like immediately over if you make the wrong call. And so again, like I'm not actually saying blue-white is super easy to play. I mean, that is literally what I'm saying, but I'm being hyperbolic to make a point that blue-white players congratulate themselves a bit too much about how hard their deck is to play. I think you can play like 1, exactly 1. Okay, let's keep this. Back the Riders. Very surprised we'd be burned, by the way. And we're up against Merfolk. Let's draw Fetch Land. Fetch Land would be so good here. such luck. Gonna have to brought back just for one land. Yeah, well, hardcast Sun Titan. I mean, oh, it's mill, not burn. Okay, it is definitely true that the Solitude was nuts. Like, I got to exile the Swift Spear, I got to hit them with it, they had to use a Rift Bolt on it. I bet you GP Vex last year was leaving one night, got a Bigfoot-esque photo. Sorry, we'll take a better photo next time. Now, brought back only gets permanents brought from the battlefield, so I can't just, like, put a Fury into play. Is that all the game actions you got for this turn, opponent? Are you sure you don't have any more game actions? Maybe we should have got Fountain instead. I think I was gonna want to get Prairie Stream if I drew another planes. I guess not, yeah. But I thought of Diabolic Intent Recto Sac. I'm gonna think about it a bit more, get some drafts together. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. It's also true, like, the Rakdos Sacrifice list is... Like, I really don't like that it doesn't work with the scam elements. Like, it being sorcery instead of instant. I don't think we can really win. We'll play it out. We'll play it out. Down to 12 cards. Okay. Good enough for me. Good enough for me. So let's bring in the Flusterstorms. Dovin's Veto maybe is a little dopey. The Rider plan seems actually okay. I think we just cut the Furies. And then I want to be a little bit above 60 cards. Maybe we play like 2 Veto. We're at 62. Maybe I play 1 Fury to, like, keep the mana value a bit higher for... I mean, my red card count's actually higher. Maybe... wait, hold on. Maybe the Fury is better than... Solitude because of the red card count going up. Yeah, I think that's true. I mean, it's not as high as you would really want it to be ideally, but you still have 12 red cards and it's just a bit more aggressive. You can go like turn 1 Fury Ephemerate if we have it. That's about Pioneer Mono Green playing black for intent. That sounds really bad. So far to me, it seems like Diabolic Intent is like incredibly overrated. Sun Titans, I don't think you can keep the Sun Titans in. Like, I don't know. I'm of the opinion that it is somewhat playable. Don't get me wrong. Like, I think you can play the card, but people, I don't think that it is going to be a card that is format defining and more, and you know, you're gonna like splashing black for it and mono green, and you're gonna sack your Llanowar elves. Dude, Mike said it was the best card in Pioneer. I respectfully disagree. Actually, I unrespectfully disagree. I scathingly, and with the intention to start beef and drama, say Doomlake is the worst thing you can be on the internet. Wrong. The worst thing on the internet. Yeah, I think it's like good in like exactly Rakdos Sac. Is it the best card in the format? No. Yeah, Drama Mondays. Oh, come on. I've been feeling the same thing, just saying a bit more to applications. Yeah, I'm gonna brew with the card. I'm gonna deck build with the card. To say that it's the best card in Pioneer is just like laughably not true, you know. And that I am laughing at Doom right now. Cycle Triome. I don't think so. Get my domain. But Greasefang, I feel like I would rather play Eldritch Evolution in Greasefang than Diabolic Intent, where Intent, it seems like so obviously it's more versatile, but Evolution is more powerful, and I think that I would value the power more. 431, 4 months, thank you. Yeah, I guess I'll just hold up the Veto here. It's gonna find a home in 2 of the top 5 decks for sure. Kind of makes a point. I think saying it for sure finds a home in Greasefang is just I don't think that is true. Like in Greasefang you can have 4 Supplier and 4 Satyr Wayfinder, but that means you're gonna have a huge number of games where you don't have one of those cards, and Intent is like essentially dead. And in the games where it's alive, Evolution is gonna be better a huge chunk of the time. Like a lot of the Greasefang players, like currently don't play. Dude, I can't even Dovin's Veto this. And they cast the Extirpate as soon as I draw the Saheeli too, which is brutal. But yeah, a lot of the Greasefang players right now don't play don't play Evolution because you only have 8 good creatures to sacrifice to it. That's like just not that many. In Sacrifice you have more, but there are going to be plenty of games where you're looking at it and it's like literally a blank card in your hand. Squee gifting accepted Chimelian, thank you. Yeah, I think you can play 1 or 2 Intents and Yawgmoth. I don't think you probably want to play the full 4, but we'll see. Someone suggested Intent for Goblins, which sounds fun. It sounds fun, but like Goblin Matron is a better tutor than Diabolic Intent in Goblins. It works with Aether Vial, it provides a body, it doesn't lose a body for you. You could potentially play both, but it's also true, like, you know, Goblins as a deck is not really a deck that has a ton of wiggle room. There's not many flex spots. How do you feel with the Hardened Scales deck? Scales is a good deck. I like Scales a lot. I'm pretty toast here. Mill seems bad. Mill and Burn both seem bad, so to win one of those matches, can't be too upset, I guess. Okay, new matchup. Gonna mulligan. Maybe keep it fight a second fetch land. Guess I'm gonna go to 5. Yeah, Portal 2 Phyrexia seems like it'd be very good in the mono red Trash for Treasure deck we have. I think I keep the brought back to maybe go with the Solitude. If I like draw a fetch land and I get to go like brought back Solitude, that could be good in some matchups. But you can play Land Sanctity. Yeah, you can play in the sideboard. It'd be also good against Creativity. Mountain Ragavan. This may seem a little weird, but I'm going to take this hit from the Ragavan. Any deck playing Mountain Ragavan is likely playing a lot of creatures, and I'm on a mold of 5, so I really need to exile 2 things when I go Solitude plus brought back. Really wish this Plains was a fetch land. I could get, you know, good 2 for 1, but what are you going to do? Ah, there was my fetch land. Oh. Create 3 Goblin tokens. Okay. Alright. I wasn't expecting it to go exactly like this. Guess I'm exiling a Goblin token. I could draw a land, and then that lets me potentially attack with the Solitude. Maybe exiling the Ornithopter to turn down Affinity is more relevant. Thought on Urza Saga, Mishra Bubble. I've had Saga in some of the drafts of this deck. You have to move off of the Emeria stuff, but I think the Emeria makes a lot of sense. But the first draft of this deck was playing Power Conduit and Restoration of Enganja, which is, you know, another deck that ended up coming together in a different shell. So like Urza Saga, you know, I wasn't playing Bobble in that deck, but think that's more of the shell. I do wonder if you could play brought back in the power conduit deck though. Can't play any of the artifact lands. It's probably not good. Oh, they had a Galvanic Blast. Rough. They're not dashing the Ragavan, so they can have Shrapnel Blast here. Dude, the perfectly curved out Flame of Keld. We'll say if we lose this game 1, we're probably pretty good against, you know, creature decks like my opponents. Joel, exactly Felidar Guardian we could win. They made some nice retro borders for 8 key. I saw some of them. Whoa. Oh no. Too pretty. Can't handle it. Bolts me down to 9. Plays the Flame of Keld. If I draw exactly Felidar Guardian this turn. No, let's just go next game. I guess maybe I had one more turn if they just draw all lands. Okay, I'm gonna bring in the Hedge-Mages. I don't know. They're really like not that in on artifacts. I think I'll just play 2 Hedge-Mage over 2 Teferi. I don't think I want Wear Tear necessarily. Could put like 1. Oh, I don't want these Avalanche Riders. I was Magic 30. I had a lot of fun. It was a good time. The best part is always talking to the Spikelings, talking to you guys. Oh, there's a Mystic Forge? Awesome. Okay, let's keep Solitude Ephemerate. Trying to think how likely it is for me to do this on turn 1. I think very unlikely, so just play this Emeria. There be a lot of my fans in Vegas. Oh, yeah, 1 or 2. Got 32 day 1, drop day 2. Rough. It's my first time playing Moto in a couple years. Nice to play a personal fave. Awesome. Is my impression wrong? Do I barely touch green when brewing? I don't have any bias towards colors, I think. What? This would have been a Solitude Ephemerate. It would have been an insane Solitude Ephemerate. I get to like get all 3. I try at least not to have a bias when brewing. I guess it can be hard to completely eliminate a bias, but I also have plenty of decks that are green and brews. Maybe not like super recently. Hollow Shredder has green in it. Green, green, Titan's Dust green, Bankoko green, Domain of Miracle green, 4-color green, Jun Food green, green red breach has green in it. 4-color general. I mean, I know these are like 4-color decks, but mono green, devotion, and can't get greener than this. This is modern. I played elves, a lot of elves lately. I played plenty of green stuff. And if there's one thing about green decks in modern, I would say it's just that it's not easy. Just not easy being green. So let's let this trigger happen to play around Shrapnel Blast a bit better. Well, just all red and 6 decks. I mean, it's modern, dude. I'm trying to play good cards, but I mean, there's elves in there. Mono green devotion. But red is the best green card in modern, so it would make sense that most of my green decks have it. Bank Company also. All green decks, they say. Oh no, I get to Leyline Binding the Flame of Keld. Sorry, opponent. Sorry. I also didn't realize they'd be playing Saga. Yeah, Rin is probably just like the best card in Modern, and listen, like it goes in so many shells too. It's just like insane. I don't know what to say. I don't feel bad about playing it. You should feel bad about making me feel bad. Okay, I'll trade a Solitude for a Construct if they want. Can bounce banding, whatever, to empty hand again. Yeah, that'd be actually pretty funny. Not that I think that my opponent is very likely to just have a ton of artifacts at some point in this game. Remember the MH1 spoilers, the mini 6 doubters? Yeah, the first deck I ever like started streaming a lot of was Jund with 4, or not 4. I was playing 3 for most of the time. But I was playing Rin and 6 and Jund, and like, you know, the first question I had to answer over and over and over again as a streamer is Rin and 6 actually good in Jund? Over and over and over again. And the answer turned out to be yes. With the ability to bring back Elemental's lands, why is brought back not worth in Boros Lotus Field? Maybe the 2 slots we had Silex in. So the problem is it's only good with Lotus Field and the Incarnations, right? But it's not actually good with the Incarnations because you're not playing Fetch Lands in Boros Lotus Field because you're playing Blood Sun. Dude, they drew another Saga. That's sick. Because you're not playing Fetch Lands, because you are playing Blood Sun, you actually oh, this is a dangerous attack. They're dead to, I guess, just Felidar Guardian. Oh, sorry, I keep losing my train of thought. It is my opinion that for Blood Sun to be good, you have to play, or for Lotus Field to be good, or sorry, brought back to be good, you have to play like 10 fetch lands. It's so much, brought back is so much better with the Incarnations if you're also like getting back a fetch land with it at the same time. If you're just like, you know, on turn 2 scamming, that's worse than Touch the Spirit Realm. It's worse than basically any other way you could scam if you're just getting back an Incarnation. You need to get back Incarnation plus Fetch Land, and if you play Lotus Field, Boros Lotus Field, you can't play Fetch Lands. Took me a while to get there. Pretty good top deck, huh? But turn 2, like, brought back Fetch Land Incarnation is really good. I've had, let me see what it looks like now. I've never played this deck, or... Yeah, I've never gotten here. I've had this draft since the beginning of MH2. These baubles are here because I used to have Lurrus in the main deck. Because it's like a black and white card for Grief and worked well with Bauble, but now, you know, it's banned. I've never played. I've slowly like worked on like changes for this deck over the years. Recently, I wanted to play this deck, but with Persist Archon. Persist Archon. I was thinking about Priest too because it's a black and white card for Solitude, but. And then if you're leaning to more of a white mana base, you're better against Blood Moon, which is what I've been saying is a problem. Maybe I'll work on that tonight. I have a lot to do tonight. Okay, we are on the draw for game 3. I'm going to bring in... I've seen that they're on Saga, which I wasn't sure if they were. I'm going to be bringing in the extra one. Can probably cast Saheeli on the draw. Any Double Fury brought back turn 2s? Not Double Fury. It's a lot of cards to Double Fury on turn 2. We had a really good match 1, game 1. Okay, we'll keep this on 6 on the draw. Oh, no, sorry. Where I got stuck with this is if you play Unearth, Unmarked Grave, Persist, then you just like, if you're just black-white, you can't loot away your Archons. So you have to play like Liliana of the Veil or something dumb like that. So if anybody has something like, again, the idea is I really wanted to stay just black-white. I really wanted to stay just black-white so that, I guess I'll let them exile a card from their Bomat Courier. They're an Urza Saga deck, so they may exile like a Saga target. Shane, 26 months, appreciate you. Bone Shards? Yeah, I mean, I kind of hate that card, but yeah, that is something. Stoneblade package? I don't know, maybe. I feel like you either play the Stoneblade package or the Archon package. Restoration loots the card. Yeah, maybe you like splash red for Fable of the Mirror Breaker or something. And if it's your only red card, it's 3 mana, 1 red symbol, that's kind of fine. Although it's awkward it doesn't pitch to either of your incarnations. Cookbook Saga. I've played Asmo in the Reanimator shell in the past, and the problem is like Food is a deck that doesn't mulligan that well, and Reanimator is a deck that has to mulligan really aggressively, and that's always an issue I found. Okay. Double target Ragavan so I can block. Yeah, I guess that's better. Yeah. That is better. Here I'm going to attack. If they only block with 2 goblins, I'll Leyline Binding a goblin. And if they triple block, I'll probably just Binding the Shadow Spear. Maybe not. Okay, sure. So I have the Shadow Spear, the Springleaf Drum. I think Asmo Time Sieve deck is in a good position. I played one league last week. I 4-1. It felt really good. Like Tron is like really uncommon. Although I did play against Blue Tron that league. I did win though. But like yeah, Tron and specifically Karn the Great Critter decks are like at an all-time low. So I would say it's in pretty good position. That being said, Karn decks are probably gonna be much more common after this new set comes out. So that might end up changing. Changing. Maybe I should get rid of the drum. I'm gonna wait a turn. Hope of Gear, Pure Greaves, Restoration. You get to silence your opponent every turn. You also have to have Power Conduit in play, so it's like 4-card combo. And I tend to dislike Hope, but yeah, I'm anti-Hope. Despise Hope. I'm like a cartoon villain. Hope is cringe, actually.
How's it going, Hokage?
It's going. We're having a good time. How do you feel about Hope, Esther?
Hope.
Are you pro-Hope or anti-Hope?
Is it a card?
No, just like the, concept.
Oh. Copium.
Good word association.
No. I hope we have an extension cord today. And if not, I hope that you would go
buy one?
Home Depot.
What do you need an extension cord for?
For the werewolf and then the dancing skeletons.
Okay.
I really want to put those out, and maybe the strobe light that I had from last year. Because my coffins all got blown away in the wind and rain, and my spider webs are all mush from the rain.
Yeah.
So my Halloween decorations looked great in the beginning, and now there's like 3 left. So I need to revamp for tonight. And I hope that you will find like a black one and not those bright orange ones.
I'll see what I can do.
And I hope it would be like over 25 feet long.
Okay.
Hope. Okay, well, we live next to a Home Depot,
it's gonna be fine. I will go to Home Depot after the stream. You can do a fan meet up at the Home Depot. Play 1 with nothing in the black-white shell. Oh, there we go.
Yikes. Sorry.
What's my costume? I'm the 4th Hokage, Boruto's dad's dad. Yeah, it's uncomfortable to wear it for like the entire stream.
Is it tied too tightly?
Listen, I've worn headbands on stream many times. It's just like to have like the metal thing on your head for 4 hours, you know. My brain is already pushing up against the rest of my skull, so. Okay, 1 planes away from Emeria being online, so now planes are a good draw.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Spike it up.
Like Bitter Reunion and Reanimator? Should I play the Hedge-Mage? I think I should wait.
I need your hair to be
I might draw Saga.
Huge. I need it to be huge.
Oh, if I'm already playing Leyline Binding, this should probably be Shadow Prophecy as well. What if I just play Thoughtseize? What if I just play Thoughtseize and that helps me fight through combo and I can just Thoughtseize my Arcana if I draw them? I have to sideboard the Bone Shredders against Murktide. I don't have enough room for lands though. But again, the idea of playing just a straight black-white, the idea of just a straight black-white Reanimator list is you get to be a lot more resilient to Blood Moon, which is like my biggest problem with the other Reanimator version. And then like brought back into like Hardcast, Fury, Solitude, Archon does seem kind of sick. This version could maybe just play 3 Archons and play 21 lands. Not sure. Scam cards over persist. You have 4 Ephemerate, 4 brought back, so like that we have the scam cards covered. I think, right? Is Shriekmaw worse than Bone Shredder? No, probably. Maybe you just play 3 brought back. Maybe that's the secret answer. Okay, I'll play this now that I have an Ephemerate. Oh yeah, I can brought back the binding, but I wouldn't want to do it right now. Oh, we have to choose, and then I have to choose no though. Funeral Charm. I mean, you would just always want to play Thoughtseize instead. Yeah, but maybe you just play like 3 Archons, because you're mostly just wanting to Unmargrave them. Oh, you have to play Rights too. Damn it. You have to play the Rights. Did I see the card Brothers where I didn't know. How many self-discard emblems am I wanting, if any? So, like, ideally, like, 4, but, like, the Thoughtseize doesn't necessarily really count. Wait, did I click no on this on accident? Damn it. Oh, if I click no to 1, no. I think I just clicked no on both on accident. Well, now I'll click yes, so that I can brought it back if I need to. I was mindlessly clicking. I guess so, yeah. It'll go to 7 though. Restoration of Nganjo. Yeah. I do like that card. Obviously. It's a lot worse though in this list without like powerful, like no Saga, no powerful 2-mana permanents. It could, I guess, work with like we'd have to probably figure out a different build. Okay. I really just wanna I guess I'll just wait. I'm gonna hold this to maybe flicker the Hedge-Mage again. I just want to draw planes, start bringing back Solitudes. Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. Yeah, priest makes restoration better. Yeah, you probably have. I agree. You probably have to cut the domain package. I think the domain package is pretty good. They named Teferi Time Raveler. I think I like keeping them just off artifacts. Oh, I should have attacked first. Doesn't really matter. Cut white, run Asmo Saga, and new Flash Scourger prototype. Oh my gosh, I did it again. I did it again. I thought I was clicking yes to the needle destroyed and no to the Leyline Binding, and now I've just given them an extra thing. Sorry. Listen, you're lucky you got a stream today, chat, okay? I've been traveling all weekend. You should be happy I'm here. Just clicking. I was supposed to be out today. Listen, we win anyways. It's fine. Okay, let's get a 4-1 prediction going. That's actually pretty sweet. Okay, brand new match. We have 2 mana bind, 1 mana bindings on turn 2. We'll keep. Thank you, Phoenix, again for the 9 months. Lands you control and lands in your library are basic. It's kind of rude. I feel like my lands have lots of personality, and man, I never win a die roll against a Raugrin. Calling them basic is weird. Commander card. Yeah, it's a cool card though. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what it combos with. Probably combos with some stuff. Like stuff that's like, you know, do X to all your basic lands, you know. Bobble worth for brought back synergies. You could play Bobble. I think it's a little narrow. Maybe Shriek Maul gets back in the deck. Although what's cool about Bone Shredder instead of Shriek Maul is that you get to play it and then brought back at the next turn instead of having to do this for 4 mana. Oh yeah, Evolving Wilds can fetch you your library, or sorry, your Cradle. Kind of fun. Leaving back Seasoned Pyromancer is interesting. They might think I'm a Ragavan deck. Not that I would ever play that card. How did the Hollow Shredder go? We got back-to-back 3/2s, which is pretty good, you know, fine. A deck I like a lot. I like this new version a lot too. I think it's improved over the version that I was playing Asmo with earlier. My Commander games. I only got to play one. The nitpicking nerds are really nice, and they played a match of Commander with me. It was very fun though. I got to accomplish my goal of hitting an opponent with a ancient copper dragon, which is exactly what I wanted to do when I started looking at Commander. As Doomwake can tell you, during the first DreamHack event, I was like, I just want to hit somebody with an ancient copper dragon Doom. So maybe I'm going to binding a token here so I can go... Well... no, I'm going to binding that. What did I roll? I rolled a 9. I rolled a 9. Which is, you know, a little subpar. If I rolled even 1 higher, I get to activate Magda twice more. But it was very fun. I mean, I want to play the deck again, the Magda deck again. I finally have it all together. Oh, also, a Spikeling was very kind and gave me a Dragonstorm. Although I think I accidentally played 101 cards because I forgot to, I think, cut something for the Dragonstorm, which is cheating and very serious. Oh, maybe I was supposed to Grange this turn. Just gonna tap the plains, bluff in Ephemerate. My Slin Vada commander deck has like waffled between like 93 and 106 cards for a while. I don't know how many cards are in there now, and I'm not gonna look. I'm gonna lose to Lightning Bolt no matter what, like either on the Saheeli or on my Guardian after block. I'm just gonna block like this, so I mean, I guess they're gonna bolt my face, but they also don't get to turn on push. Wait, what? Blocking token doesn't mean that the K-Man. The problem is K-Command breaks up the Saheeli combo anyway, so I'm kind of dead to it no matter what. Okay, well, I'm glad they just like threw away a Feign Death, but I think we're gonna lose anyways and go to game 3. I guess I could draw Fury or Solitude or Avalanche Riders. But it is Mulldrifter time, baby. It is Mulldrifter time. The best time of the day. I don't know. I've been working on this for the longest time. It's just never quite there. It's just never quite there. Drifter, I barely know her. Table's trickery today. Likely want to wait till after Brothers War comes out because there's a new card that makes the deck a lot better. Dothy. Okay, Dothy's pretty good brought back. Good addition. Too bad it doesn't work with Ephemerate. I'm on board though. We need the black card count to be a bit higher. I do think I just kind of play this deck as a bit more fair. Although I guess the Shadow Prophecies aren't really that good if we don't have graveyard synergies. Which we maybe could try to find room for some. Yeah, the new Future Sight Omniscience card. Look at that. Keep this one, I suppose. Put back a second Sacred Foundry. Yeah, just one of rights. But making Mardu, I think making a Mardu's fine. Playing Fable of the Mirror Breaker, potentially over Shadow Prophecy. Fable's like pretty splashable, pretty synergistic in the deck. I've seen Brian Kibler as the Witcher in the last trailer. No, I'm assuming I know that Henry Cavill got replaced. I thought it was. I didn't think it was Kibler. Or is he just doing like a cosplay thing? Yeah, I saw the Cornucopia new art. Looks great. Yeah, Liam Hemsworth. I really like the Witcher with Henry Cavill. I like him a lot. He's really cool. So sad to see him go. Don't know if I'm gonna be like super interested in watching without him, to be honest. I'm gonna play this with, I guess, I have Blood Moon. I can get a Plains. What about D&T Angles with Tideholder? Yeah, I mean, I've got Tideholder kind of pulled off to the side because I don't really want to play it, but it does make like sense with the cards I'm playing. 4 Persist, great with Voidwalker, pitch Elementals. Don't think you have to go as far at adding Archon. Well, brought back is better than Persist. I just don't know how many like I don't know how many of like those 2-mana effects you can really afford to play. I think you want to minimize like your like cards that are weak to Graveyard Hate 2 in the deck. We'll see. Yeah, it's gotta be like very, very stressful for Liam. Like going in, people are like just gonna be immediately negative about him replacing Henry. But Henry is just like so popular and so good in the role. Then like it's not really something anybody asked for either. Tough position to be in. It's like when people stream after I stop being live. Just kidding. Alright, let's try to draw another Ephemerate here. Failed. Bad play on my part to not draw another Ephemerate. Thought it was over his objection to character writing. I think that's speculation from what I can tell, but I don't know. I really like Henry a lot. He just seems like, you know, this big, dopey, handsome, ripped nerd, you know? Everything we could ever hope to be. I'm not going to bounce the Grief or just draw a card. Havo confirmed that was why. Yeah, that's too bad. That's really too bad. Yeah, I heard that he was like quoting like lines from the books to fellow cast members, which is very cool. Yeah, Lee might be totally fine. We'll see. It's just, you know, people, you know, recasting like this is always very polarizing. All right, another planes to cast on 10 would be nice. You have 3 more planes in the deck. If they were holding on to another one of these, they tapped incorrectly. Esther actually got really into The Witcher during season 2. She watched like half so I had watched the first half or season 1, and then I had watched the first half of season 2, and then she finished watching season 2 with me, despite like not starting off that interested, but she got like more and more interested, and then she like I can't remember if she watched the episodes backwards or not. She may have watched them backwards, or at the very least she just like finished season 2, then went back and watched season 1. But she may have watched the season 2 episodes middle of the season onward and then backwards, which is honestly like maybe just the right timeline, because the timeline in the show is really all over the place.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, how did you watch it?
I think I watched like the beginning of season 2 with you.
Yeah, well, not the whole of the season 2,
not
right?
all of it. And then I was like, oh, I like this. Hey, let me finish. Let me start from the beginning.
Yeah.
And then I started from the beginning, and then I watched all straight through, and
Yeah,
I think
and
the
then
end of
season 1.
season 2 is when I was like, when I was rewatching it at the beginning of season 2, I was like, oh, this makes way more sense. I was like, whoa, because you're just like...
Yeah, that's how I watched the Trailer Park Boys. I started like season 9, and when it went...